So who is your favorite mid-round pick? And that's just the running backs. I think the point is the running backs are going to be super risky. They really are. Who's your favorite mid-round pick? And I define the mid-rounds as rounds 5 through 8 in a 12-team league, maybe rounds 5 through 9. I asked for some feedback in our Facebook group, Fantasy Football Today on Facebook. I'll share some of that later. But who's your favorite mid-round pick if you had one?
What if I didn't give you a name? What if I gave you a position? And what if I said a quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
Because in a lot of
are you going by average draft position, or are you going by our analyst drafts?
Well, I've been drafting, I've been finding great quarterback value around 6, 7, 8. Whether it's been Ryan or Wentz or Cam, I even found Cam later than that in an all analyst draft that we did on Wednesday. That's where I'm going to start to put up the periscope for a quarterback, is in the mid rounds, because I'm going to get a great starter. And it's going to be somebody that's going to come at a really good value, and it's almost the definition of what you want from a mid round pick. And there's other players that I like too that I can find in the middle rounds. But to me, I think a quarterback that's going to be the real sweet spot for one in drafts.
Yeah, no, I mean I agree. Even if you look at ADP, Matt Ryan's going 59th overall. Drew Brees 73rd, Jared Goff 76th, and that's on CBS. In Fantasy Football Calculator, Baker Mayfield's a 6th-round pick. He's 69th overall. Matt Ryan is a 7th-round pick. That's in half PPR average draft position. So that's a good one. I think a lot of people are going to be looking at the next 3 tight ends. If they don't get one of the first 3, they're going to be looking at Evan Ingram, O.J. Howard, and Hunter Henry. My favorite mid-round pick is Dante Pettis. And look, I'm not saying I like Dante Pettis better than like Calvin Ridley, because I do want to take a lot of Calvin Ridley. But obviously we're talking a lot earlier for Ridley. Dante Pettis going 70th overall. I think he's got a lot of potential. I do see a lot of downside. Jimmy Garoppolo appears to be someone, it's early, it's hard to say. He's only started 9 games. But for San Francisco, it looks like he spreads the ball around a little bit. He had a nice connection with Marquise Goodwin at the end of the 2017 season. I think it was 8 games he started, by the way. But I really like Pettis. I'm going to be pretty invested, I think, in this 49ers offense. And that's probably my favorite mid-round pick.
Yeah, I like Pettis too. And I get where you're coming from on that. He could get banged up a little bit. He's not a really thick dude, but when I watch him play, I'm reminded of Gumby, because he can just kind of twist and contort his body to make tough catches, get away from defenders. And I think he's going to be a big yards after the catch guy. And I think he's going to end up playing on the outside a lot more than people think. 49ers seem to have struck gold with Trent Taylor. He's healthy this year, and he's been playing in the slot. Not to say that they won't mix and match and move Pettis around, but I think he's their best wide receiver. He's not their best option in the passing game. That's going to be Kittle. But he's going to be right up there. And if you're talking about round 6 for Dante Pettis, especially if he's your 3rd receiver, I can't fight you on that. I think he's got a shot at 1,000 yards this year.
Did I hear a little Jamie Eisenberg in there?
You did.
Big.
Hey, Jamie. The Jamie's on.
Huh.
Sorry, you don't have a cool theme song. Hey,
I'm
who's
good.
your
I'm good.
favorite? No, we need a Jamie theme song. Who's your favorite mid-round pick?
Curtis Samuel.
He's become a mid-round pick.
Or late?
Maybe you've heard me say that. No, he's not quite there. Well, I guess he's probably.
Well, what round would you love to take him in?
I take him round 8.
That's a mid-round pick if you ask
But
me.
that's not where he's.
But that's where you like to take him.
That is
He's
right.
your mid-round pick. That's your decision to make, and I don't disagree with it at all.
Yeah, he's going in the hundreds. So, anyone else? Are we still on the Geronimo Allison train?
I like Samuel better, so I would take him. But I think another one just similar to what you're talking about with Pettis is Christian Kirk. Who projects to hopefully be the best receiver for the Cardinals. We'll see if that's the case, but at least going into the season right now, that's the guy.
Who do you guys like better, Pettis or Kirk? Because for me, it's kind of easy. For me, it's Pettis without a question.
Right now, Pettis, but I see Kirk in most industry drafts go ahead of Pettis. and I get it.
That's really interesting. Like I see a lot more passing yards in the San Francisco offense than the Arizona offense. I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know if I agree with that though.
Yeah, well, look, the Arizona offense is pretty hard to project, I'd say. Dave, you want to weigh in? Pettis versus Kirk?
Pettis versus who, Adam?
Christian Kirk?
I've got Pettis ranked higher in non-PPR. I think it's closer in full PPR. I think Kirk is in a good spot. I don't know if he's got a shot at 1,000 yards this year. I think there's going to be a lot of receivers involved in Arizona. I've been slowly making the move with Larry Fitzgerald up my rankings, believe it or not. I think he's going to have a pretty good role. I know we're not hearing a lot about Andy Isabella. I think he's going to have a good role. We are hearing a lot about Keyshawn Johnson. He'll take away. I think Kirk will be the best one of the bunch, but I think Pettis has a little bit more upside.